So this is the last unit of your macroeconomics, unit 5. Unit 5 for your macroeconomics is balance of payment and foreign exchange rate. Balance of payment and foreign exchange rate. This will be for 6 marks in your board examination. And this is the topic that we are going to learn today. So this is a two-part concept. The first is, you can see, balance of payment, and second one is foreign exchange rate. So today I'm going to explain about the foreign exchange rate. So what is foreign exchange rate? So sometimes we hear the exchange rate. So what is the actual meaning of foreign exchange rate? So it means that how many rupees you can buy the foreign currency. Suppose it is 73 as of now. So this is India's foreign exchange rate as of today. That means 16th of October 2020. So foreign exchange rate is the price of country's currency. Listen carefully. Foreign exchange rate is the price of a country's currency in terms of another country's currency. So what is the price of other country's currency in your own or in your domestic currency? So this is called as foreign exchange rate. It refers to the rate. In other words, you can see this. It refers to the rate at which one currency is exchanged for the other. And it is also regarded as the value of one country's currency in relation to another currency. So this is the foreign exchange rate. So this foreign exchange rate changes on a day-to-day basis, because in modern times we are using a flexible exchange rate. For this we will discuss later. So first of all, you should know what is foreign exchange rate. So foreign exchange rate, you can say, the price of other countries currency in your domestic currency. So if you would talk about that, what the price of $1, so $1 price is 73 Indian rupees. So if you want to buy $10, so that means you have to pay rupees 730. So now what is the function of, you can say, so next concept is foreign exchange function. What is foreign exchange function? So listen carefully. What is foreign exchange function? Or you can say why we do this exchange. So foreign exchange function. So listen carefully. When exchange rate is determined on the equilibrium of demand for currency and the supply of foreign currency, then their functional relationship is called foreign exchange function. So you can say that exchange rate is the function of demand and supply. So here demand refers to demand for foreign currency. Demand for foreign currency. And supply refers to supply of foreign currency. So the relation between demand supply of function is called foreign exchange function. So Now, the basic concept for this, what is the concept of foreign exchange market? Foreign exchange market. Foreign exchange market. So, as the name suggests, it is a market where foreign currency is exchanged. It can be called as foreign exchange market. So, it may be, listen carefully, it may be defined as the market where the national currencies of various countries are traded for one another. In other words, the market in which the currencies of different countries are bought and sold is called as foreign exchange market. So आपने कभी कभी देखा होगा एक जगह पर लिखा होता है उसका सिंबल है ना, ये जो जहां फॉरेन करेंसी आप परचेज करते हो, वेस्टर्न मनी ट्रांसफर लिखा होता है। तो आप कहीं पर भी जाके एक येलो कलर में मनी एक्सचेंज, तो एयरपोर्ट पे आप जाते हैं या कहीं और, तो जहां से आप अपनी करेंसी को देकर दूसरे कंट्री की करेंसी को बाय करते हैं, दैट कैन बी कॉल्ड अ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मार्केट। जस्ट लाइक अदर मार्केट, दिस इज आल्सो सेम वन। नाउ द टू concept of markets are, the one spot market, SPOT, spot market. This is NCRT concept. So what is spot market? And another one is forward market. Forward market. So what is spot market and what is forward market? So listen carefully. Spot market means you are going to buy foreign currency on the price of as of today. आज का जो प्राइस है उसके हिसाब से अगर आप बाय करते हैं इज कॉल्ड स्पॉट मार्केट, कि आप तुरंत गए और आपने आज के प्राइस के हिसाब से गुड्स को बाय कर लिया, तो स्पॉट मार्केट। और फॉरवर्ड मार्केट मींस यू आर प्रोमिसिंग टू बाय दिस thing as of today, but the good will be delivered later on and the money can also be paid on later on, or you can say you are making an advance payment or making a promise to buy this thing. So listen now, spot market, I'm reading, I'm spelling, listen carefully. Spot market refers to the market in which the receipt and payment are made immediately on the current price level. Suppose as of today $1 is rupees 73. This is the price of today, and you want to buy पेट्रोल, लेट्स से पेट्रोल, आपने पेट्रोल बाय किया फ्रॉम एनी अदर कंट्री, सो पेट्रोल प्राइस विल बी पेड इन डॉलर्स। सो सपोज यू बाय $100 प्राइस, $100 का आपने, सॉरी इधर $100 $100 का पेट्रोल आपको बाय करना है। सो $100 के आपने ऑर्डर गए और आप आज का जो रेट है 73, उसके हिसाब से आपने 73 आपने पे कर दिया। तो $100 के लिए आपने 7300 रुपीज पे कर दिया और आपने हो गया। तो दिस इज स्पॉट मार्केट, आज के रेट के हिसाब से आपने पे कर दिया। बट फॉरवर्ड मार्केट मींस कि आपको $100 का आपने ऑर्डर कर दिया कि हमको इतना पेट्रोल चाहिए, और सपोज करो आपको पेट्रोल जो मिला, आज ये है आपकी डेट, और वो मिलता है आपको सपोज करो 1 मंथ लेटर। अब 1 मंथ लेटर आपके डॉलर का प्राइस हो गया है ₹75, और आपने आज की डेट में ही उसको बोल दिया था कि आप हमको $100 का पेट्रोल देंगे। तो ही हैज टू गिव यू $100 पेट्रोल इन ₹7300, क्यों? रेट आपका जिस रेट ये है फॉरवर्ड मार्केट की, आपने ऑर्डर आज दिया है लेकिन आपको डिलीवरी जो होगी वो 1 महीने बाद। तो वैसे तो आपको 7500 रुपीज देना चाहिए था, लेकिन आप 7300 रुपीज ही पे करेंगे। This is called forward market. So listen carefully. Forward market refers to the market in which sale and purchase of foreign currency is settled on a specified future date as price agreed upon today. So आज आपने price agreed किया and you are going to pay later. But spot market, you are going to buy as of today's price. So this is the called as foreign exchange market. This is of two types I have told you, as you can see, spot market and forward market. Now the next concept is, I will show you a flow chart for this. So listen, this is the foreign exchange rate different concepts. So I told you foreign exchange rate. So that foreign exchange rate is the price of country's currency in terms of another country's currency. So what is the price of $1 in terms of Indian rupees? So it is 73 Indian rupees to buy $1. So this is foreign exchange rate for India with US. So now what are the different types of foreign exchange rate? The first one is fixed exchange rate. As you can see here, the first one is fixed exchange rate. As the name suggests, fixed. So listen, when exchange rate of a currency in terms of foreign currency is fixed, listen Kafin, when the exchange rate is fixed by the government instead of being determined by the demand for and supply of it. So if government determines by its own exchange rate with other country is called fixed exchange rate. Suppose India and US has decided that their exchange rate will be 70 rupees for $1, and it has some specified period also. Suppose they decided till 2022. So till 2022 the exchange rate will be same. This is not going to change before 22. So this is fixed exchange rate and it is being set by the two different monetary head, or you can say हमारे गवर्नमेंट का हेड होगा और उनकी गवर्नमेंट का जो भी हेड होगा, दे विल बी डिसाइड व्हाट विल बी द एक्सचेंज रेट, फिक्स्ड एक्सचेंज रेट. सो now what are the benefits or the merits of fixing the fixed exchange rate? Now first of all I would like to say that fixed exchange rate is now no one is using. 1977, after 1977 this exchange rate is not in use. All the countries are refusing to accept this one, but before it was used. And what are its merits? So listen, and I have written here for you. The first merit you can see, it brings stability in exchange. So suppose you know that what is the exchange rate and it is not going to change in near future, so it brings stability in exchange. You no need to worry how much I would like to pay or what will the price. No need to worry. You know that till this period the price will be same. So it brings stability in exchange. Next one you can say, it promotes international business. So also it helps in exchange rate with rest of the world. So business can also be improved if this is the same. Next one you can see is increase in foreign investment. So this will also help in increase in investment, because suppose if a country know that till 2022 $1 will be 70, so they have the plan how much they would like to spend. So this is the rate. Or suppose if this is changing, so if changes 70 to 80, then the other country also have to pay more. So this is not a good way. So foreign investment can increase if it is fixed. Then prevents speculation. Also speculation means कि आप अभी आप कोई इसमें होर्डिंग वगैरह नहीं करेगा करेंसी का। तो आपको पता है कि 2022 तक रेट सेम रहने वाला है, तो व्हाई वुड लाइक टू होल्ड द गुड्स और द करेंसी? आपको पता है होर्डिंग करेंगे 2022 तक आपका अमाउंट सेम फिक्स रहेगा, ना तो बढ़ेगा ना वो डिक्रीज होगा, तो इसमें आपकी स्पेकुलेशन नहीं होती है, तो दैट्स व्हाई इट प्रिवेंट्स स्पेकुलेशन. नाउ व्हाट आर द डिमेरिट्स फॉर दिस? व्हाई यू कैन से व्हाई इट हैज बीन स्टॉप्ड? सो इन इट गोल्ड रिजर्व्स आर रिक्वायर्ड टू स्टोर. अब आप क्या करते हैं कि करेंसी को तो स्टोर नहीं कर रहे, तो लोग क्या करने शुरू कर देते हैं, कंट्री क्या करता है उस केस में गोल्ड को रिजर्व रखना शुरू कर देते हैं. अभी तो हम फॉरेन करेंसी को डॉलर को रख लेते हैं, अब जब पता है डॉलर का प्राइस बढ़ने वाला ही नहीं है या हमें कोई नुकसान फायदा नहीं होने वाला, तो व्हाट वी वुड लाइक टू डू, देन वी इन केस वी वुड लाइक टू सेव मोर गोल्ड, तो हम फिर गोल्ड की ओर ज्यादा जाते हैं, तो गोल्ड इसमें रिजर्व जो है वो ज्यादा स्टोर होंगे. इट कैनॉट बी फिक्स्ड फॉर लॉन्गर पीरियड. आप लॉन्गर पीरियड के लिए फिक्स कर देंगे तो आपको ग्रोथ के एस्पेक्ट्स नहीं बढ़ेंगे. अब सपोज करो आप एक जॉब के लिए आप जाते हैं और आपको ऑनर बोलता है कि यू विल बी गिवन ₹20,000 पर मंथ टिल 2025. अब क्या होगा? अब आपको पता है कि भाई मैं तो अगले 5 साल तक जॉब करूंगा, मेरी सैलरी 20,000 ही रहने वाली है, तो आप उस केस में मन लगाकर अच्छा काम नहीं कर पाएंगे. आप ग्रोथ चांसेस आपके 5 साल तक स्टैग्नेट हो जाएंगे. तो यू वुड नॉट लाइक टू ऑप्ट फॉर दिस वन. आप कहेंगे नहीं हमको नहीं पसंद नहीं है, तो आप लंबे समय तक इसको रिजर्व फिक्स करके नहीं रखना चाहेंगे. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट कैन नॉट बी फिक्स फॉर अ लॉन्गर पीरियड. अगर आप लॉन्गर पीरियड के लिए फिक्स कर देंगे तो इससे आप बेटर ग्रोथ के चांसेस मिस कर सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट, there is a difficulty in full employment and price stabilization. तो इससे क्या होगा कि डिफिकल्टी होगा फुल एम्प्लॉयमेंट लाने में और प्राइस को स्टेबलाइज करने में, क्योंकि आप प्राइस को स्टेबलाइज नहीं कर सकते. अगर ये आए दिन चेंज होगा तो फिर पॉसिबल नहीं, तो अगर चेंज होगा तो नेचुरली आप प्राइस को स्टेबलाइज कर सकते हैं. इट इज नॉट इजी टू डिटरमाइन, और आप फिक्स एक्सचेंज रेट करना इजी नहीं है, बिकॉज कोई कंट्री नहीं चाहेगा कि दूसरे कंट्री की बात मान ली जाए. तो फिक्स करना बहुत मुश्किल है. हम कहेंगे नहीं ₹70 तो बहुत ज्यादा है, यूएस बोलेगा नहीं हमारा डॉलर तो बहुत कॉस्टली है आपके अकॉर्डिंग, हमें तो ₹75 चाहिए. तो दैट्स व्हाई वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू मैच अप विद द अदर कंट्री. सो दैट्स व्हाई नॉट इजी टू डिटरमाइन. इसमें एक कंट्री को तो लगेगा ही लगेगा कि मेरा लॉस हो गया, कि मुझे इसको नहीं एक्सेप्ट करना था. तो दिस इज द फिक्स exchange rate system. So merits and demerits, all you should know what are the merits and demerits. You can read it from the assignment I have also given to you. Now the question comes, what is the flexible exchange rate? This is the rate which we are talking about. This is the rate that is going on nowadays. So fixed flexible exchange rate is the rate that is determined on the basis for demand and supply of foreign currency. So what is the demand for foreign currency and what is the supply of foreign currency? The equilibrium of these is determined of flexible exchange rate. So determination will be explained in later on, but today I am explaining about the merits and demerits of flexible exchange rate. So before this, so listen carefully, the definition of flexible exchange rate I'm speaking, please listen. It is a system of exchange rate in which the value of a currency is allowed to vary freely as determined by the demand for and supply of foreign exchange. So that means demand and supply are determinants of the flexible exchange rate. So what the benefits of this? So listen, the first you can merit is it automatically brings balance. So it is based on the demand supply. So that's why it automatically brings the balance in the economy. There is no need to store gold. Naturally, if it is being freely determined in the market, so we are not required to hold more gold as reserves. Next, there is a efficient allocation of reserves, or this is also helpful in allocation of reserves. So if we have enough reserves, then we can allocate according to our own choice. That's why it is another benefit. And next one is it helps in price stabilization also, because if demand supply basis, so demand supply basis, on this we can set the price. So this is the helpful in price stabilization. Now what are demerits of this? So there is instability in exchange rate. तो instability रहता है. अब you are not sure कि if today's price is 73 and tomorrow's price may gone either 70 or the 75. So it is a instability, up and down होगा. So this is a problem. Promotes स्पेकुलेशन, इससे स्पेकुलेशन भी होगा, क्योंकि लोग क्या करते हैं, फिर फॉरेन करेंसी को होल्ड करना शुरू कर देते हैं. अभी हमारे कंट्री में क्या होता है, डिमोनेटाइजेशन हुआ था तो लोगों ने रुपीस दे दिया और उसके रिटर्न में क्या परचेज करके रख लिया, डॉलर्स बाय करके रख लिए. तो इससे स्पेकुलेशन बढ़ गया. उन्होंने डॉलर इसलिए बाय कर लिया कि आने वाले टाइम के अंदर डॉलर का प्राइस राइज होगा तो वी विल बी बेनिफिट. क्रिएट्स inflation. Naturally, it also lead to inflation. So, and it limited foreign investment. Also, foreign investment also limited by this, because if there is an instability of exchange rate, then the foreigners may think that price may increase or decrease, or we have to invest more. So this is another problem of flexible exchange rate. So these can be read study. Now the what is the managed floating exchange rate system? So managed floating exchange rate system is a system between these two systems, or you can say अब फिक्स एंड फ्लेक्सिबल, इन दोनों का सम अप कर दिया, दोनों के बेटर चीजों को निकालकर एक सम अप करके मिडिल का दोनों का पोर्शन लेके हमने बना दिया मैनेज फ्लोटिंग एक्सचेंज रेट सिस्टम. सो managed floating exchange rate system in which the central bank, listen carefully, in which central bank in India, RBI allows the exchange rate to be determined by the market forces, but intervenes at time to influence the rate. So in this, government or RBI can intervene in exchanging the exchange rate. So it is used to stabilize the value of currency इन एप्रिसिएशन और डेप्रिसिएशन केस. तो अब आपको लगता है कि आपकी कंट्री की करेंसी की वैल्यू कम हो रही है या ज्यादा हो रही है, तो उस केस में आरबीआई इंटरवेन कर सकता है. देयर इज ए 1% और प्लस माइनस डेरिवेशन कैन बी पॉसिबल. सो यू कैन से दैट इट इज अ सिचुएशन between fixed and flexible. So listen again. This is a situation of fixed and flexible exchange rate. इन दोनों के मिडिल की कंडीशन को हम मैनेज फ्लोटिंग एक्सचेंज रेट बोलते हैं. When central bank finds the rate is too high, suppose central bank find exchange rate is too high, it starts selling foreign securities or foreign exchange from its reserve to bring down it. तो अगर आपके पास लग रहा है कि एक्सचेंज रेट टू हाई है, टू हाई एक्सचेंज रेट, तो उस केस में सेल सिक्योरिटीज, तो उस केस में वो अपनी फॉरेन सिक्योरिटीज को सेल कर देगा एंड वाइस वर्सा. So this is the managed floating exchange rate system. So students, and today I have discussed the concept about the fixed exchange rate, flexible exchange rate, and managed floating exchange rate, plus some basic concept of this. Now I will discuss how this flexible exchange rate is determined. So flexible exchange rate is determined on the basis of equilibrium of demand for foreign currency and supply of foreign currency. So before this, please take the screenshot of this one for further reference. So this is the most important concept for you now, that how the flexible exchange rate is determined or how the foreign exchange rate is determined, because now only flexible exchange rate is exist. So we will talk about foreign exchange rate. That means we are talking about the foreign exchange rate. So how it will determine? So foreign exchange rate is determined on the basis of equilibrium of all these two. So when, listen carefully, when demand for foreign currency and this supply of foreign currency gets equals to each other, in that case determination of foreign exchange rate will take place. So demand for foreign currency is equals to supply of foreign currency is the determination of foreign exchange rate. So how? So look, I will draw you diagram for this. Look, suppose on x-axis I'm writing here demand and supply of foreign currency, and on x-axis, on y-axis, exchange rate, exchange rate. So now demand for foreign currency, listen carefully, the demand for foreign currency curve is always slopes downward. This is the demand curve for foreign currency, and the supply curve of foreign currency will be upward. This is the supply of foreign currency. So make sure you write demand for foreign currency, and this is the demand one, and this is supply of foreign currency, and here supply of foreign currency. So this is the equilibrium. Look at this. The equilibrium at this level, at E level, is the determination of foreign exchange rate. So on the equilibrium of demand and supply intersection will be the determination of foreign exchange rate system. Now the question arises in your exam, what are the sources of demand for foreign currency, or why we demand for foreign currency? So listen again, most important question. Why we demand for foreign currency? Suppose suddenly you came to me and said, sir, I need some dollars. Why you would like dollar? What you would do with dollars? So what are the purpose you are demanding dollars? So demand for foreign currency. So look, what are the demand for foreign currency? The first one you can see is to import goods and services. Suppose you would like to import anything from rest of the world, then you have to pay in their currency. They would not like to take our Indian rupees, so they would like always a foreign currency. या तो आप उन्हीं की करेंसी में पेमेंट करो या डॉलर्स में पेमेंट करो. So तो you need foreign currency to pay import values. And foreign tours, if you want to visit in the rest of the world, आप किसी और कंट्री में घूमने के लिए जाना चाहते हैं तो you need foreign currency. नेक्स्ट, यूनिटरल ट्रांसफर्स टू रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, अगर आप किसी और कंट्री को कोई ट्रांसफर पेमेंट करना चाहते हैं तो यू हैव टू पे इन देयर करेंसी और इन डॉलर्स. टू परचेज एसेट्स, अगर आपको बाहर किसी कंट्री में एसेट्स बाय करनी है तो यू ऑल्सो नीड फॉरेन करेंसी. फॉर स्पेकुलेशन, अगर आपको स्पेकुलेशन करना है, हो सपोज करो आपका काम है कि आप डॉलर परचेज करते हैं बिजनेस पर्पस के लिए, शेयर के लिए, तो स्पेकुलेशन के लिए. और इन्वेस्टमेंट इन अब्रॉड, आप दूसरे कंट्री में इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहते हो तो भी आपको. दीज आर द सोर्सेज फॉर डिमांड फॉर फॉरेन करेंसी. नाउ फ्रॉम वेयर यू विल गेट सप्लाई, पैसा आएगा कहां से आपके पास आखिर? पैसा कहां से आएगा? बाय एक्सपोर्ट. आप एक्सपोर्ट करिए, आप एक्सपोर्ट करेंगे तो दूसरे कंट्री वाले आपको या तो आपको दूसरे करेंसी में पेमेंट कर सकते, डॉलर में पेमेंट कर सकते हैं. फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट एफडीआई के थ्रू आपके पास आ सकता है, विदेशी करेंसी वाले हमारे कंट्री में इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं. यूनिटेड ट्रांसफर्स फ्रॉम अब्रॉड, या हमको दूसरे वाले कंट्री वाले पर्सन हमको ट्रांसफर पेमेंट करते हैं. इंक्रीज इन फॉरेन टूरिस्ट, अगर विदेशी टूरिस्ट हमारे कंट्री में आते हैं और स्पेकुलेशन पर्पस के लिए. सो दीज आर द सोर्सेज फॉर सप्लाई ऑफ foreign currency. So most important question, they are the three questions in your exam will be based on this. So first question you can see, this, what are the demand for foreign currency? Second question, what are the supply of foreign currency? And third one, the determination of foreign exchange. So this is the determination. So note, where demand and supply of foreign exchange are equal, exchange rate will be on equilibrium level. So this is the equilibrium level, or this is the exchange rate, or this is the quantity. This is the exchange rate we are talking about. So this is the topic for today. I hope you understand this. Please take the screenshot for further reference. And that's it for today.